Imagine this. The Women's Cricket World Cup 2025 is just around the corner, and two of the most powerful teams in the game, India and Australia, are about to collide in a three-match ODI series. But this isn't just any warm-up series. This is a clash that could set the tone for the World Cup itself, and the stakes couldn't be higher. On one side, you have the reigning giants of women's cricket, Australia, led by the fearless Healy, making her long-awaited return after an injury. On the other side, you have India, a team that has always carried potential, but now, more than ever, looks stable, dangerous, and ready to shock the world. Fans are already calling this a preview of the World Cup final. In her pre-series press conference, Healy openly admitted that India might be the favorites, especially given the conditions at home. That's a rare statement from an Australian skipper, because Aussies are known for their self-confidence and dominance. But Healy didn't hold back. She called India the most stable she has ever seen them. She pointed to their tour of England, where they claimed victories in both ODIs and T20Is, proving their ability to challenge and beat the best. It's clear that Australia isn't underestimating India, and that honesty adds fuel to the fire of this rivalry. For fans, it means we are about to witness one of the most competitive and intense build-ups to a World Cup in recent memory. Healy's words carried a sense of respect, but also a challenge. She knows Australia has been away from ODI cricket since January 2025, which means this series in India isn't just about testing themselves, it's about reconnecting as a unit. For any champion team, momentum and bonding matter just as much as skills, and Healy admitted that this ODI series comes at the right time. It's the chance for Australia to get back into rhythm, rebuild combinations, and sharpen their strategies before the World Cup kicks off on September 30th. But at the same time, Healy is well aware that India will not give them that time or space easily. India's advantage at home conditions is undeniable. The pitches, the atmosphere, the crowd, and even the weather will tilt in their favor. This is where the rivalry becomes more fascinating. Australia has historically dominated women's cricket, often entering tournaments as heavy favorites. But things feel different this time. India, once called a sleeping giant, has finally found consistency in performance and stability in selection. That's what makes them so dangerous now. Healy acknowledged it herself. This is a team that knows exactly what they can do to other sides, and they're not afraid to do it. For viewers, it sets the stage for a gripping contest. Not just a warm-up, but a battle that could reveal the psychological edge heading into the World Cup. Every run scored, every wicket taken will be studied closely, not only by fans, but also by other competing nations. When speaking about India's strengths, Healy pointed directly to their recent tour of England. It wasn't just about the wins, it was about how they played, confident, aggressive, and consistent across formats. India not only challenged England on their own turf, but also walked away with victories in both ODI and T20I series. That performance sent a clear message to the cricketing world. This is no longer the unpredictable Indian side of old. Instead, this is a well-balanced, settled team with depth in both batting and bowling, and the confidence to beat anyone, anywhere. Healy even went as far as saying, "This is the most stable Indian women's team she has ever seen." A statement that holds weight given Australia's long-standing rivalry with them. And stability in cricket is everything. It means players know their roles, they understand the conditions, and they carry belief into every game. This is exactly what India has right now. And that is why they are being seen as potential favorites going into the Women's World Cup at home. For Australia, the challenge will not just be about executing their own plans, but also about finding ways to disrupt India's rhythm. Healy knows the crowd's support will push the hosts even harder, and she respects how much India loves beating Australia. That competitive fire makes every meeting between these two sides more intense, more dramatic, and more unforgettable. For Alyssa Healy herself, this series carries personal importance beyond just team goals. It marks her full return to international cricket after a frustrating injury layoff that had kept her out of action for months. Coming back from such a break is never easy, especially for a captain who must not only perform with the bat, but also lead from the front. But Healy's recent outing with Australia A against India A showed she is in solid touch. She played 6 matches in quick succession, handled the workload, and most importantly, came through without any setbacks. That gave her the confidence she needed, and it also reassured the Australian camp that their skipper is ready for the battles ahead. Healy herself admitted how crucial those games were for her, mentally and physically. She described them as a big tick in her recovery, proof that she could endure the demands of international cricket once again. Now, stepping back into the main side, her role becomes even more critical. She isn't just there to open the batting and marshal the troops. She is also setting the tone for Australia's approach to this entire campaign. If she can lead from the front, settle into her rhythm quickly, and inspire her team, then Australia will have every reason to believe they can match India, even in challenging subcontinental conditions. As Healy prepares her team for the battles ahead, she is fully aware that facing India in their own backyard is never easy. The conditions will test patience, the crowds will bring pressure, and every small mistake could prove costly. Yet, her confidence in Australia's depth and experience shines through. By rotating players and giving everyone valuable time in the middle, she wants to ensure her squad enters the World Cup in peak shape, both mentally and physically. For Australia, this series is more than just preparation. It is about reigniting the rhythm of playing together and building momentum at exactly the right time. At the same time, Healy's words about India being a sleeping giant, finally awake, ring louder than ever. The hosts have shown stability, consistency, and confidence in recent months, and they have the advantage of playing in familiar conditions. Their victories abroad have already sent a message to the world, and now, on home soil, they will be determined to prove they can go all the way. The rivalry between India and Australia has become one of the most exciting storylines in women's cricket, and as both sides head towards the World Cup, it promises drama, intensity, and high-quality cricket that fans will remember for years. As the first ball of the ODI series is bowled in Mullanpur, one thing is certain. This contest is not just about runs and wickets. It's about pride, preparation, and the hunger to dominate on the world stage. Whether it's Australia looking to extend their legacy, or India aiming to seize their moment, the stage is set for a clash that could shape the story of the Women's World Cup 2025. Fans across the globe will be watching closely, knowing that the sparks flying in this series may be just the beginning of an unforgettable tournament ahead.